So I uploaded this series of videos because I played in this tournament, however long ago that was. It's taken me a while to do this. But I played in this tournament, and before I did it, I looked online and I didn't find a ton of content. So, it was kind of hard to figure out what you wanted to do. It's tough to know how to do something if you don't even know what's possible. So I asked a couple people on a few of the Discords I'm in, and it seemed like some people would want to see this. So here's my crappy team along with some good teams. Not that this has potential. I kind of put it together in a couple hours and just kind of wanted to see what would happen. I lose some, I win some, and I think I get a little bit better with it as time goes on. But while you're watching, I'll at least tell you what I was trying to do when I put this together, so you got something to go off of. I'll talk through a couple of the games, and then I'll just throw the rest up a little sped up, so you can watch through them and just see what's out there. But the idea behind this team came from a GIF I saw or something like that of Calyrex, Ghost Horse, and Scarf Kyogre just doing an obscene amount of damage with both their spread moves to a team that wasn't prepared for it. A lot of teams can handle it okay. There are a lot of things in particular that because this does so much damage, and this is so good if you aren't prepared for it, if you just have like a Mungus or something and you think you're going to get away with it, you're not. But stuff like Scarf Shadow Calyrex or just the move Wide Guard can shut it down really hard. I was just kind of praying. I put it on my team because I thought I would see more of this. I didn't see a ton of this, but I also never ran into any Wide Guard either. But I think it's something that you could consider if you find yourself weak to stuff like this, which some teams might. But anyway, we'll run through these real quick. Ghost Horse does a lot of damage. I gave it a Life Orb. I think a Focus Sash might honestly be better because it's super classy. Stats are real basic, but he's like 80 defense and 100 HP is good in like normal situations. But when everybody is running around with Ubers, like it just doesn't cut it, and it dies to a lot. Anything that dark, obviously anything dark will kill it, but even like a one-time weakness, some weaker off coverage knockoffs, I'll just kill it clean. And like I don't know, I think you might be better off with a Sash because it already does a lot of damage, or go the opposite direction and just commit to a choice specs set. In almost every scenario, I clicked Astral Barrage or I clicked Protect. I think one time I might Taunt, and then Pollen Puff is there to hit. What is that doing? Hitting normals, I guess, or hitting stuff if I think they're going to Wide Guard. But yeah, I think either of those would work. This did really well. You'll see if you watch through these. Like it does so much damage and it's so fast. It was a lot of fun. And I think if I fix this team more, I don't know if Kyogre stays with Calyrex. Maybe people can make that work. But I think I had more fun with Calyrex personally. Whim was here because I thought Tailwind would be good, and it is. And you can also shut down Tailwind fast with Taunt. Helping Hand is even better with these stupid spread moves do so much damage. It's crazy. And sometimes that 1.5 means that you can just you can actually kill both their Mons even if they fake your Whim out. Calyrex obviously can't be. I felt like Kyogre caught a lot of fake outs, which I'll get back to that. But this is a really lazy spread. I think it might have actually been what Smargon recommended to me. I also don't even know if this is what I used in game. It's probably not. I just put it on here so you can see the moves and stuff. But yeah, here's Whim. I don't honestly think it needed Sash. Like when Kyogre and Calyrex are on the field, they do so much damage that a lot of times they don't you cannot attack Whim. Maybe you should, but you can find it hard to do because of the just insane amount of damage you might be taking from the other slot. But yeah, it's pretty basic. I'll get off of it. I did Scarf for this because that was the plan. Was it goes a little faster than Calyrex, so you can maybe get their Sash and go for a trade if you run into that scenario, or you just it's a ton of damage really fast. Oh, it's faster than Zacian too. I think that's another big thing. But yeah, real basic spread, real basic stuff. At one point in time, I think in the 2 games I ran on Showdown before I got into the Wolf tournament, I missed Origin Pulse on both targets twice. It was just a great feeling. Enough so that I don't know if I want to use Kyogre again, but it really does an insane amount of damage. And when it's Dynamax, I mean, you look at the stats right now. It's a crazy mod, but it did what it did. I found like I got targeted a lot in this slot, and Protect would have been nice. So maybe just like a Tailwind Water Spout team would be more effective than Scarf. But, you know, the Scarf's always nice for that first turn pressure and the surprise factor. Later in one of these videos, I actually think I'm going to get someone with a surprise factor only to run into... you'll see it when you get to it. But, yeah, there it is. This thing was basically for Reggie Gigas matches, which I knew I'd run into some, and then to have Wide Guard if I run in that scenario. I use it a couple of times. Celesteela is going to be good in this format, but I don't know if this is the spread. This thing's pretty basic. It's a Miracle Seed, Rillaboom. It does what it does. Spread's nothing special. It's faster than some things. Got some bulk, does some damage. Grassy Glide does not do as much as you'd want it to. So maybe Band and or having Wood Hammer is a good idea. I don't know how much I need Protect either. Again, it's just like that thing where if it's next to a restricted mon, it's not likely you're going to attack the restricted mon. You're going to have to do something because the damage is unreal. But there's that. And then this thing, maybe a Assault Vest might have been better. Maybe a better moves, or moves probably fine, but the EVs, this is the same one I have on cart, and it's the one I made for X and Y. So I made this back then. For whatever reason, I thought it was good. These EVs are off. This should be special attack, but it's about that basic. Static, I think, paralyzed a ton of things. It's crazy how often that procs. And I feel like it's not just for me. I get attacked by it, and then mine works too. At one point, I static a Groudon. It Lumberries itself, and then attacks me the next turn, and I static it again. I've never seen anything like that before, but it did pretty well. Zapdos is just really good. A better item might have been a better choice for me, and just plain better too, which you'll see if you watch these. But that's kind of all there is to it for the team, so I'll just kind of jump into the game. I guess this has been planned, but this is the first game, and right off the bat I'm scared because it immediately hits me that I don't have a very good way of dealing with Regieleki, and Galar Moltres is actually pretty good too, particularly because Nicolas Cage cannot hit it, and it kind of forces me to play more rain mode. I don't know. I feel like it eliminates my options, and then particularly with the Sun team, like it makes me want to play rain, but then Groudon's in the equation too, so it's I don't know. This felt like I was probably going to lose, but I give it my best shot. It was tough seeing this game one, but we'll skip through all this. Oh, I guess, what do I bring? I lead Ghost Gorilla, and then I have Rain in the back. So what was I thinking? I think he's going to lead Aleki, I guess. So I want Fake Out on Aleki, and maybe I can do something with Ghost Horse. So we'll see what happens. He leads definitely not Vespiquen and Moltres. So this is kind of what I thought he would lead, and Rillaboom was a good call, but maybe Ghost Horse wasn't. If I had Kyogre here, I would have been actually in a much better shape. Even if he Dynamaxed on me and killed Kyogre or something like that, I'd have Zapdos in the back, and I would kill Aleki. So I guess I could have won this if I played... Put it this way, it's a bad first turn for me. So I even missed... I was rambling too much to see what I actually did, but we'll skip ahead, and I guess I'll just watch it live. Let's get this. So I do Fake Out this, which is a super obvious play, but it's not like he can do much other than switch. I do this, I kill it. It does, more than maybe I would think on that big bird, but now something's about to die. Yeah, it's the gorilla. So now I'm in a tricky spot where, yeah, this is kind of what you have to do, and I probably have to max my Zapdos. I've already forgotten what I do. I don't know if Galar Moltres is faster than Calyrex. Like, in my head, it's not, unless it's like max speed, but most of them aren't. Particularly, I feel like if you're in this format, you'd have some bulk on it. So I maybe would have been better off just attacking here, but that's not what I did. I protect. Okay, I do that. And then I should max Airstream into, I guess, the bird. Maybe Zacian. Probably Zah. Well, there you go. Maybe in my... I don't know what the plan is here, honestly. I think attacking Zacian with Airstream and then hoping that A, I'm faster than the bird with the horse, and then B, the chip from Airstream can make up what... Like, Astral Barrage probably does 60 to 70% onto that Zas, depending on how they trained it. I guess we'll find out here. He protects, which was also kind of obvious, which might have been why I wanted to attack into Moltres. But I kind of split the difference, and I should have either protected and attacked into Moltres or full committed into the Zacian, but that's what I did. He's definitely going to kill me if he attacks me. He should, too. Yeah, so now it's going to be a field where my Zapdos, it's going to go Moltres, Zapdos, Zacian, and Kyogre. And if they didn't have their speed boost, Kyogre or Zapdos would have been great here, but because they do, I'm actually in a really bad spot. He should probably... I know he's got a lot of options. He'll probably Wild Charge into the Kyogre. Just to, if anything, reduce the damage I do on Water Spout. I still need to get faster, so I should probably Airstream. See, this is a situation where I would really like to have Protect on Kyogre, because I can't really do anything now other than just click Origin Pulse and then hope I live. This sucks. He's probably going to Dark Pulse. I don't know. Does he want to get faster again? He can't outpace me if I continue to just click flying moves, so he'll probably go for the special defense drop into the... Oh, he guards, okay. So it is probably... I don't know. Origin Pulse and then max Electric into Zacian might have been the play here for me. I keep getting chances to get back into this, and then I continue to not do anything with it. This was kind of heartbreaking, because I thought, like, there's a real chance that he might die from this. It's his entire health bar, and, like, it's a, 100 base HP, but it doesn't. And then I do max Lightning into the slot. So, I don't know. My lead was so bad, and I didn't make the greatest place from that point on, but I'm trying. I guess I also did. I thought Zacian at +1 would outspeed me, but no. But he went for Ghost. Man, so I did misplay there again. I really had a chance at this. You can really tell that A, I didn't play with it before, and then B, I was just kind of playing bad. This is over at this point, but I think it might be immediately that you see. Yeah, so I fly into Moltres because I kind of have to. Even if he protects, I should still kill. Oh no, I go into him. Maybe I'm trying to read the protect. And I read it wrong. Boy, it's going bad. So now I kind of have to chip this out. Like I said, I lose this game, but this is the one where it happens, so you have to see it to believe it. Alright, so I Weather Ball into Moltres, because I have to stop the damage output. I think... Here it is. So I live this. I get the Para, which I could have come back here, except this is Lumgroudon, so he's got ESP, and he did this. And the static doesn't pay off. Now, somehow I'm still in this game, and my only way to win is... Pray I hit this 50-50 Hurricane, and it confuses, and he hits himself in confusion. Seems unlikely, but there's no other way I win. And I know this. I'm preparing to go 0-1 right off the bat, just the way you want to start off a tournament that you just, committed 3 hours of your time to lose the first game. But I miss the Hurricane, which, I thought I would. But then I get the double Static, and I don't know. Static is a good ability. It's worth the ability patch or whatever that thing is called. So I lose game 1. That's tough. Game 2. What do we got here? We'll just stop this real quick. Another Alecki, which is, not what I want to see, particularly after how that last game went. But there it is. Along with Rayquaza, which I don't really know what Rayquaza wants to do. In hindsight, I should have, because it should only do a couple things. The Zas, which I'm not really scared of too much with this team. it's a really good mon and it has crazy stats, so it can do damage, but I have a lot of ways to deal with it. It's not freaking me out too much. And then this Dark Urshifu, Sucker Punch could be tough for me, and it's another reason that I think Focus Sash might be a good item for Ghost Rider here, but I think it's actually what forced me to put this in the back, and it seems like I'm going for this Whim, so this, Tailwind Kyogre with Rillaboom, who's just really good. I don't know if he's actually not good at all into this team. Okay, I was gonna say it seemed like a dumb choice at the time, but yeah. Let me skip ahead here and we'll see what actually happens. So he took his sweet time. All right, so he leads Rayquaza and Rilla, and this could have gone better for me. What I realized in this game, and you'll kind of see it I think as it goes along, is that the pace in this is so fast, and the stats they have are so crazy that when they get some multipliers attached to them, it really runs away fast. And I feel like, if this was like Dragapult Rilla versus Politoed and Whimsicott, I could have slow played this into a way where I could win pretty easily. I feel comfortable with it, and I actually don't feel too bad at the moment, in this game right now. But that changes quickly because of just how much damage output there is, and a Zacian with +1 speed boost, it's just crazy. So I switch out because I feel like a Grassy Glide's going in there for sure, or a Fake Out, one of the two. He switches out too. I don't know what. I guess I don't know. There are things I could hit him with, and that Rayquaza's not the bulkiest thing out there, but this ends up being a pretty passive turn because I think I Tailwind, and then I think he does glide into the bird. So I get Tailwind, he positions a little bit better, and Zapdos takes a little bit of damage. Actually, more than I want. I think I should put more defense into that if I'm going to use it as a pivot in the future. So I just go crazy here and throw off a boosted Hurricane. Whatever comes into that slot is going to feel it. I feel like he'll probably switch out. This isn't a great place for Rillaboom. And he's got Fake Out with Incineroar, so he might go in. He could pick either target. I think that might actually be why I did Helping Hand there, is because I thought he couldn't Fake Out either one of these. He'll probably Fake Out the Zapdos, but if that was the case, I don't feel like, Moonblast, I guess Moonblast Chip might have been the call too, but we'll see what he does. If he doesn't Fake Out my Zapdos, I'm actually going to do a bunch of damage, even resisted. Okay, he doesn't. I don't know what he's going for. That's pretty decent. And then another reason I think the Life Orb might have been nice, because that turns into a 2-hit KO. That's a lot nicer for me. He goes for the parting shot. So maybe you thought I might Dynamax there because of kind of how the board looked for me. And I don't know, maybe Zapdos Dynamax into a switch into Ghost Horse could have been good. That's really underrated, is getting Horse in on, because it's a Ghost type, I feel like you can actually get Horse in safer than you'd expect. And maybe, I don't know. But at +1, it would have been really scary. And now he's got both of his out, both of his restricteds. I think the board does look a lot better for him here. And this is where I realized that me taking it passive these first two turns has just totally screwed me, because this is an insanely the damage that's about to come out to me right now is going to be really high. He probably maxes the dragon and just pumps out airstreams while Zacian gets stronger and stronger. My Whimsicott's dead weight here. I guess technically I can Moonblast into Rayquaza, but if it's maxed, then it's not going to do that much. I don't know if Weakness Policy would be good on it. There's a lot of stuff that can hit it super effective. It's not that bulky though, so I don't know if it's the goal should be to get it, but I guess we'll see when when more people start playing this. I don't remember what I do, and I talk my way through what I did. Man, that does a lot. I don't think I have any investment on this whim, and that's maybe I do. Maybe I do have special attack. Even still. Now he's at +1. My Tailwind's still up, so I think I still move faster for one turn. Maybe. Zacian's pretty fast, is the thing. It's really fast. For me here, I think I can't really afford to switch out. I just need to like... I really should have Dynamaxed my bird here. I don't know why I didn't. This might have been that one. A couple games, I play too much on Showdown. I play too many random battles on Showdown, and I'll click something stupid, and then I'll want to, you know, go back because I actually thought about what I was doing, and you can't. And it's just, you know, my fault for being bad and not thinking things through. But the play here was max so I live and keep my speed up. Probably lose, win, maybe. Like, the good thing about Zapdos is it can max safer against Zacian since Behemoth Blade is resisted. So, you know, it's still a scary move. Not nice to get hit by a base 200 power move, but yeah. So I totally live this. I get static again. That's crazy. It's basically 100%. So I misplay hard here, and then I could almost kill Ray with a Moonblast. Well, I would definitely kill it, assuming that I'm max streamed into it. So I really threw this one away. I take like a 5-minute break after this because I feel like I'm playing horrible. I definitely didn't prepare for this. Like, not only is this team sort of hastily put together, but mentally I don't think I'm prepared for this. I just kind of thought it would be fun to play in and see what would happen, but I also didn't expect to get just murdered too early. And so this is great for me if I wasn't down 2 speed tiers and then just lost my Tailwind. I actually would have been okay. I think I would have won the game if I just had one more turn of Tailwind. And that's just unfortunate that I let this happen. Because now, you know, I didn't Dynamax earlier. And the other thing about this team that I'm not super crazy about is that neither of the restricted mons I don't like. They're not good Dynamax targets. One, because you lose the spread damage, and then two, well, for Kyogre 2, you lose your item, and 3, like, I don't know, like, they do more damage, and you can basically the only time I Dynamax them is if I wanted to live something that normally I wouldn't have, and I guess it's okay if I should have maxed the Zapdos. I'll just leave it at that. But this game is pretty much over. I maxed the Kyogre for some reason. I don't know. I really don't remember why I did that. Maybe Ghost Horse would have been better there. I think it might have just been me scared of Zacian too. Same thing with Zapdos. You know, you take that double hit, but it's restricted, or resisted, so they're less likely to use it anyway. And he would definitely be using Wild Charge against Kyogre, so I really just didn't think... I'm playing terrible. I guess that's why you go back and look at this stuff, though. And if you stick with this, I do kind of, excuse me, figure it out as I go along. But I managed to take down the threat there, and I'm thinking the win con... Now I'm starting to get back into the game, but I'm thinking the win con is that this extremely speed boosted Zacian will not be faster than one of my mons because of paralysis, but I can't off the top of my head remember what the paralysis multiplier is. I think it's half speed, like, unless I'm crazy, and that's boosted from what it was a few gens back. I think it used to be a 4 speed, but don't quote me on that. I'm gonna have to actually look that up after this, but whatever it is, it's wrong. I should also know that I lost my Scarf, so I'm not actually +1 with the fish, and I'm pretty sure, like, alright, so I'll back this up. Zacian's should be at +1 speed because it's at +3, but the Paralyze should make it -2. I think that's how that works, which makes it faster than my Ghost Horse, who is normally faster than it, but not when it's at +1. That's some tough math for me right now. But because I didn't do any of that right, I don't win this game. This thing lives this. I don't know if that's because I don't have, like, this is a plus speed natured Kyogre with no item, but, like, it's 150 base special attack, and that's with Ice Beam, so it's like 130 power ice move, which makes me feel like that has to be Assault Vest. But even so, a better item choice on this, you know, maybe I kill that, and actually, if I did do that, well, I don't know if I forget what he's got in the back. Incineroar, maybe. I don't know. I think if I killed that, I might actually still have somehow been in this game. That's the other thing too, is like these restricted mods. Let me pull this back up. These restricted mods are so good that you can find yourself in like these really outnumbered situations, and if you're positioned right, you can bring it back. But that's kind of all there is for this one. Yeah, like I said, I'll make a playlist of these for the my YouTube thing. And if you want to go through and look at some other teams, there's some cool stuff out there. Some Duskmane stuff that I think is cool. I honestly thought that Rayquaza thing was pretty cool. I don't know about Rayquaza in general just because of the squishiness of it, but it's cool. I saw some better managed Calyrex teams. I saw some better Rain teams. I don't know if this is in the video. It might have been on Showdown I saw it, but I saw a really cool Sun team with Blacephalon and a couple of other things that I thought would have been fun. And I even saw a Zamazenta in there at one point, and I don't think Zamazenta is going to be good enough for you to use on your restricted slot, but like I was looking at the stats on it in a move pool, and it's pretty good. So like if we ever get to a point where you can use all 6, there's no restrictions at all, you can use anything, Zamazenta might actually be on every team because it gets some really cool stuff, but the damage output just really isn't there to justify putting that on over something stupid like Ghost Horse or a number of things. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out the other stuff too if you have some time. Hopefully it can add to just get some GS Cup content for this year out there.